Hey, what's up you guys? John McLennan here, and welcome to episode 4 of Inside the Solo. Today's episode is on a solo from the song Tell Me by Stevie Ray Vaughan on the album Texas Flood, released in 1983. It's a great blues solo. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and share it with a friend. Alright, let's get into the solo. Here's what it sounds like. Wow. Alright, so a couple things I want to talk about before we dive into this. One, I'm tuned down a half step, okay? So I've got my E tuned to the E flat, A flat, D flat, just to go everything down a half step. So we're going to be playing in the key of C on our guitar, but it's sounding in the key of B a half step lower if we want the concert pitch. Okay, the next thing is that this is such an aggressive solo. Like, the way that Stevie Ray Vaughan plays is so intense. And when you try and imitate this, literally your hands will hurt. So be aware of that. All right, here's the first lick. Okay, so we're going to start with that turnaround, okay? And what I do is I put my thumb over the top and play on the 6th string here, 8th fret. And then I put my 3rd finger on the 10th fret, 4th string. So we've got this octave there. And you're coming out of the turnaround. And I just leave my finger there and go. Okay, so that's going to be a little turnaround lick starting on the 3rd string, 9th fret. And then going to the 4th string, 10th fret. So we get down, then we go back to 9, do a little pull off from 9 to 10, and then pull up from 11 to 10, 11, 12. So down, 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 down. And then you play low E. And you do a A-flat 9 chord to a G9 chord. These are typical Stevie Ray Vaughan shapes. So, let's listen to it. So, then we kick into the first lick in the solo. Okay, I'll just take that much. So that's going to be bending on the 3rd string, 10th fret. And then you lay your first finger down and do a double stop on the 8th fret. You're going to bar 2 strings. Then I lay my 3rd finger down on the 10th fret. Cover 3 strings, so it's... And then you go back to your first finger and do 3 strings as well, so... On the 8th fret. Okay? Then we go to... Okay, so that's going to be bending on the 3rd string, 10th fret. This lick gets played a ton in the solo. Bend up, put your first finger down, 8, 8. So, and then you come back to the 2nd string and play 8. So it's really cool variation. Everyone always plays, you know, something like that, but he goes, comes back one. And then you reach your third finger up and play the 11th fret on the second string. Then come back to 8 on the second string. So then you go bend twice on the third string, 10th fret. And then you go. So that's going to be a pull off from 10 to 8, and then 10 on the 4th string, and then back to 8 on the 3rd string. So here's the exact part. And then this is sort of an interesting thing that I've kind of noticed. You can get closer to the sound if you go and you do these fall offs, and Hendrix would do this too, where you play like the 10th fret on the 4th string, do a pull off to 8, and then just do like basically just a hammer on from nothing. You just slam down on the note on the 10th fret, 5th string. So and it kind of has this fall off to it, as opposed to picking everything and going. So yeah. Okay, now we go back to that staple lick that we're going to play a ton of times in the solo. So, and then we're going to bend 3rd string, then 8, 8, and then 11 on the 2nd string, back to 8 on the 2nd string. And then you bend again. Okay? And then you bend on 11, 2nd string, play the 1st finger on the 8th fret, 1st string, and then you cover 2 strings there, so you come up 1 string and play the 2nd string, 8th fret. So bend, 1st finger, 1st finger. So for this next lick, I'm going to bend up a whole step on the 11th fret, 1st string. And then I'm going to come back to my 1st finger, 8, 8. This is like a Texas triplet kind of rhythm. And it's just a repetitive figure that's really cool. Let's see, it goes 3, 4, 5, 6. So it goes 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 times. And then on the 7th time you bend. So and this is how you get out of it. So you go back to that same bend and just go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 2 bends. Or 1 bend and then the natural note. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bend, natural. And then add the vibrato. Here's what it sounds like. Okay, then after that we do a descending pentatonic lick. Just take that much. It's so fast that he's playing. So this is going to walk down pentatonic scale. 8 on the 1st string, 11 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 2nd string, 10 on the 3rd string, 8 on the 3rd string, and 10 on the 4th string. So, and when we get to this 10, we're going to give a little bend, up, down, and then pull off to that 8, and then 10. So many just great little licks in this solo to learn. Okay, and then that's the first bit, so it's 10 on the third string. Again, our classic lick we keep playing. Bend, cover the 2 strings. Then 11, 8, and then this one, when we get to the 10th fret of the 3rd string, we just bend up and kind of cut it off. So I do that by just stopping the strings. And then you go a little back and forth here. 8, 10, 8. And then you go that lick again, which is going to be the fall off. Remember those Hendrixy kind of fall offs? 12, pull off to 8, 10 on the 5th string. And then this is another really cool thing. It's called a trill. You hear that? It's so fast in there, but it's... So because we're a blues in the key of C, he keeps playing this sort of fluctuation between a minor third and a major third, which is a common thing we hear in the blues all the time, like that kind of stuff. So that's all he's doing is 3rd string, 8th fret to 9, a little trill back and forth. But it's in there so fast. So that's that lick. And then this one is just insane. So he bends the 10th fret on the 3rd string and just hits it a bunch of downstrokes as he drops the bend. So it's a bend up, and then you just vibrato and shake it down. And then you descend down the blues scale. So the way that Stevie does this is he drops down the bend and then goes 10, 8 on the 3rd string, 10, 8 on the 4th string, and then 10, 9, 8, and when you get to here, so that's literally the blues scale. And then you do this little hammer back and forth between 8 and 9, hammer pull, and then play 11 on the 6th string, 8 on the 5th string, 11 on the 6th string. So, and then you go up the octave, which Stevie does a lot of this too. 8, 10. So. It says really cool to do it all on downstroke. So you can hear how aggressive that sounds. Oh, it's just so good. Okay, then we get into this lick that is ending the chorus, or ending the first chorus here. So we get to do this launching point lick again, 10, and then 8, 8, and then 11 on the 2nd string. And then you bring your 2nd finger up and you go here on the 3rd string, bend, and then play this note underneath. That, bend it up and then bring it down. And then 8 on the 3rd string, 10, and then 8 on the 1st string. And then you can right there do the little trill again. And then he does like this backwards pick drag across the strings where you get like a rake. You get that really cool sound. And then he plays just the note G. So you do the rake, you mute all the notes, and then you let one through. And that's going to be the 5th string, 10th fret. So Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. I'm really just trying to share my experience with you guys. I have a lot of years playing and doing this, and so I'm trying my best to break it down as detailed as I can and do it right. So be sure to hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and also stay tuned. We're going to do another episode where we cover the second half of this solo. There's just so much to talk about that we can't possibly fit it all into one episode. If you want to see some more behind the scenes videos, follow me at John McLennan on Instagram. Also check out some of my other Inside the Solo lessons. We're doing this with famous songs that have really just, the solos have moved the world. Alright, I'm John McLennan. See you next time.